We are on. This is Boricua is Live. My name is Omar. Welcome to Nephilim Wars, guys. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is having a good day. Just close, right? Hope everyone is having a great day. I'm hanging out over here outside. It's a nice day. Well, it has the we have the overcast. Yeah, see the smoke. That smoke clouds is the you know the chemtrails. See all that smoky stuff. It's just overcast and this glaze that's over, so we can't see what's going on. See over there, the real clouds over there. See back there is you can see, and they have always the mixing of the clouds, right? I just sat here, there was no cars passing by. I'm telling you, it's all right. Yeah, guys, this is Nephilim Wars, and this is a battle for your souls. My name is Omar, like I said. Welcome. And we're gonna talk about today what? What we'll talk about. Praise God, first of all. This is a channel for the. This is a battle for your souls, guys. So your soul is what we worry about. What's gonna happen to your soul after we leave out of here? So that's what that means. Nephilim Wars. It sounds kind of. I made that up. Just made it up one day, but it's catchy, I guess. But yeah, it's Nephilim Wars, the battle for your souls, the battle for our souls. Okay, we're gonna talk about today about hoodoo magic or alchemy from the black people from Benin, which are depicted in the movie Skeleton Key. The movie Skeleton Key with well, the actors are not really known. I mean, I don't. It's a blonde girl in Louisiana, in the bayou of Louisiana, where I was. Like I said before, I was stationed there in the army base in Louisiana for 3 years, so I know. So hoodoo and Skeleton Key, the movie, the holly tree. We go back to the holly tree every time. I talk about the holly tree, guys. I'm talking about the Hollywood holly tree, the Hollywood holly tree, holidays. The witches covens that use holidays as energy. Okay, so I have a video on that. Guys can go check it out. Yeah, I have my Miami hat today. Oh, yeah, it's kind of do red too. So yeah, guys, hoodoo magic it comes from Benin. It comes from Benin. Benin is West. What is it? West Africa. Yeah, where the voodoo comes from. And all those people were enslaved, were sent in ships across the Atlantic into the United States, the Caribbean, Brazil, Uruguay. The Ghana, the Guyanas, all them coasts. Yeah. So yeah, the black people from the original people of the planet, if you will. So hoodoo, they got Paloma Yombe, they got Santeria, they got uh, what is it? What is the other one? Yeah, the Black Death rituals that the cartels use. Cartels use. I explained in another video that cartels in Puerto Rico, cartels use people that I knew had zombies in the projects. Ghouls. I have a video on that, guys. You can go check it out too. So, yeah. They're taking over our body through witchcraft. Like messing with the Ouija. And this is in Skeleton Key. they use voicecraft. In Skeleton Key, they use voicecraft. They use. Oh, I got my other tablet here. Oh, God. Saturn. They use voicecraft. Uh, it's native voodoo from Haitian Creole descendants. It's a lot of Creoles. The Creole are from Louisiana, right? Or the Creole. I guess they have some in Jamaica and in Haiti, right? It's like a mixture of French. That's why Louisiana was owned by the French, by Napoleon. He sold it to United States, I think it was, and but the really owners of that were the Moors. The Moors are, it's the history. We don't even know what happened. But yeah, it was an empire of black people that owned the the sea bearing, the transatlantic, all that stuff. It was black people that owned it. That's why you got the word. That's where the blackmail word comes from. From all the you have to send money to the Moors to go across the that's in books on they teach that stuff in you have to get certain courses in universities like Yale to be able to get that information because a lot of those libraries and stuff are off limits like in the Vatican. Yeah, I got off but yeah, it has to do with it. Skeleton Key, hoodoo, native to the bayou of Louisiana, where they have the vampires. They have voodoo, they have hoodoo, they have yeah, man, they have like 6 kinds over there. They have the dog man. They have witchcraft and they have the dog man. The Rougarou of Louisiana is the dog man. The wolf, the Chewbacca. Okay, dog man, Chewbacca. The werewolf. Yeah. The Howling is a great movie depicting the metamorphosis of a human to the Howling number one, 1982, 1980 movie. A lot of these movies were really good in that, from like 1970 to 1985. They were really good. Yeah, they had the real man. Yeah, they all do occult stuff in those movies. I mean, they always do. But the thing is, the Howling, the Rougarou from Louisiana, Dogman, a Raphaim, people that can change from, people that can change from, you know what I'm saying, from human to werewolf, skinwalkers. They call them the anaglogy, anaglogy or something like that. Anaglogy. It's the skinwalker from the Apaches, I think it is. Yeah. So all this stuff is everywhere. The Aswan, the Aswan in Philippines. They are wizards, warlocks or wizards or witches, and they turn into animals, into a dog, into a pig, into a deformed animal. Same thing everywhere. So back to Skeleton Key, the hoodoo, the witch. It's all connected. Witchcraft and this animal people. Remember the movie Cat People? That's another good movie from 1979 or 82. Cat People. The guy turns into a pantera, Black Panther. I'm a white man. Yeah, man. I mean, these people are telling. Holly Tree. Skeleton Key. Uh, what's this? Movie. And sometimes I don't understand my own. So yeah, Skeleton Key movie. Black people from Benin. So all this originates in Benin and comes across the Atlantic. That's why I mention all this stuff I mentioned. So it's all relative, right? The Louisiana vampires, voodoo elites jumping bodies to be young. In the movie Skeleton Key, it's called Uncle Justified. He had a record. If you say my children and all this stuff, repeating it. And they needed a circle, a circle of ash or something. All this, and the white girl got interested in it because she was in a house in the movie Skeleton Key. The main character, the girl, she takes care of elderly person. She goes to the house. This white lady receives her. Right, the lady is is elderly too, and the husband is in a bed. She has to clean them. Geriatric care. The thing is that these people, Uncle Justify and his wife, jump bodies from they were doing this hoodoo, and she found the thing in the attic. So many movies in the attic too, the attics and stuff, the old stuff, the cluttering, right? The elites jump, so they jump bodies. They needed bodies to jump the immortals like the Highlanders. There's people exist, bro. These people exist. The immortals. I know there's channels that talk about it, but this is the first time I touch on this. The immortals jumping, the voice crack, and then they fool the girl. They fool the girl. You see right there, because the woman was oh yeah, my child, deceitful. The attributes of the devil, always the nice, and ain't that something, a nice little lady. That happened to me one time, man. This old lady, man, in my grandma's house, she appeared out of nowhere when my grandma died. I think that was a witch. I was cleaning, and when I turned around, she was there, little lady, man. I was like, what the? And where you came from? What you doing here? And she's like, no, I wanted to see if your grandma's a witch, bro. Because my grandma dabbled into. Sorry, I changed the subject. This is something that just came up. So I got but this is something that happened in Puerto Rico, and the lady, she was a little young, lady. Hey, and I kind of seen her before. I think, I'm like, oh, okay. So I just wanted to take a piece of your cactus that's in front. And my grandma told me, because I didn't catch on it, my grandma told me that cactuses avoid witches. She had a big cactus in front of our house, where I was grew up. It was still there. It was kind of dying, but it always came back up. It had the spears were like that big. And the lady told me, hey, and dang, I remember she touched me, man. I'm telling you, the lady touched me in my back, bro. This witch touched me in my back, and I had a pain there for like a week. Yeah, and then she with the way she grabbed the cactus, she grabbed it, and I was like, man, what the? Yeah. And then she left, and I'm like, thank you. If your dad alive or something? She said, man. Because I didn't, I'm telling you, she had me on the specker. She touched me back here, man. I'm telling you. This little lady, bro, a witch, man. I'm telling you, I had witches. I'm telling you, I had encounters with witches many times. And this came up because I just came up. Because I'm talking about witchcraft. And she left, and then I was like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro. This witch visited me after my grandma died because she was into that stuff. So I guess, she wanted to make sure she needed to know whatever. But she appeared out of nowhere. Because I had the pressure washer, but I had turned it off already. I'm telling her, she was, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hey, how you doing? You need something? What happened? This little lady, bro, she touched me back here. And I had a pain there. I couldn't almost get up, bro. So I'm telling you, I had encounters with witches always, but I'm telling you, bro, because like I said, my grandma was into espiritismo, which is white magic. So they had a coven too. They used to come and visit her and stuff. So one of them, man, I'm telling you, and I had it, yeah, man, I had my back, my lower back. It was like I couldn't almost get up. But anyway, that was an extra, guys. Back to the skeleton key, I'm telling you, bro. I had encounters with witches many times. She appeared and she had got the cactus and she ripped it like she had a lot of strength or something. I'm like, what the fuck? You want me to get it? No, I'll get it. And she was like, I was like, whoa. Oh, witch. So back to the skeleton key, I'm telling you. So elites jumping bodies. To be younger, witchcraft, voicecraft. The movie was, the Justify, Uncle Justify, and his wife. They were with the hoodoo, and they were jumping bodies like the Highlander, like the immortals, people that live forever, for thousands of years. They're still around, and that's why I think they look at the little birds. I used to feed them. Somebody else is feeding them now. Yeah, they always come around me. They're not scared. See, but if I move too suddenly, they'll go. But yeah, they're right there. So the voice craft, what justify? The voice craft. Oh, my children, we gotta go. We gotta come back, or whatever. He was saying a chant, and the mirrors. The mirror was a portal. Two mirrors or something. Yeah, it was two mirrors. A big mirror, and the lady she covered all the mirrors. She had a fight with the girl. I covered the mirrors. I told you to cover. She was like, man, I'm telling you, that movie. You got to see Skeleton Key. And the skeleton key was the old key of the house, that she had the master key to open everything. So yeah, man, the voice craft to jump bodies. They showed us this in Holly Tree, and I think it's Queen Elizabeth, because I was talking about when I was had the something's wrong with my mouth too. Yeah, I'm speaking. I noticed like my lips are one side is locked down or something. Yeah, but I was saying something. And, yeah, she was having a fight with a girl, and they were chanting. And the portal, to be younger, they have to get her inside of the circle. Get her inside of the circle. They always have circles for all their witchcraft stuff. Let me see. But I had the thing about see, I have the thing over here about Crowley. See the circles. The circles, man, this is like getting. But yeah, the pentagrams, whatever. I wanted just to show you that. Let me get back to subject, yeah, because I got all. So yeah, the voicecraft, the immortals, the people that are jumping, the Queen Elizabeth. I wasn't Queen Elizabeth. The old hag, and I had the clone. I had the clone lab lecture. You can go back and check that one out. The evil clones, evil crown, it's called, or something like that. And I think that's what because this powerful people like Saddam Hussein, and not all of them are dead. Like Hussein, they say it's not dead. Gaddafi, yeah, somebody said when they were gonna when they had him in the to hang him, Saddam Hussein to hang him. Some of the people that were there, the henchmen, they had, because they picked people and they looked at his hands, and they say that's not him because he has hands like somebody that has the hands of like a mechanic or something. All these things came up, and a lot of people say that Gaddafi is alive. He was a clone. That was a clone. So but these powerful people, they can jump bodies and be younger or have clone. They can do this stuff, bro. I'm telling you. That is the whole thing about the hoodoo, the voice craft, the there's that whole ritual of having the record on, and the girl, they were confusing her, right? Like going around, and she tried to protect herself inside the circle, and she was trapped inside the circle because she had fooled her into it, the old lady. So she's like, as a lady, don't, if you stay in it or something, and she was fooling her to get her soul, because this is soul hunters. Like, there's even movies about this stuff, right? Soul eaters or something. So this is what you call a ghoul, a zombie, somebody that's taken over, you know. And then the old man was in the bed, and he was trying to tell her he couldn't. He was like, he had like a stroke, and he couldn't, because he was under a spell, like he had already crossed over. It's called crossed over. They cross over. They have the mirror. They have the chanting in New Orleans. The chanting and the mirrors and for the portals to cross over, so the demons can get in. You can get be possessed by that spirit that possessing her, because it's her. But I mean, that's not her anymore, right? The woman, because it was for the woman. The blonde girl body soul was for the woman, not for the. You know what I'm saying? It was the man was the lawyer, the white lawyer that she picked. See that they were all fooling her into. I'm giving the movie out, but it's all right. But the the whole thing about they were fooling her into getting her into accepting. She was they were leading her into it until they got her in the attic and the mirrors, and they did it, man. She got into the body of the old lady, man. So yeah, that's like that is the video, guys. And the last thing is ice. Ice was cursed in New Orleans. They went to New Orleans. The ice, this fascist people now, they think they can just take over any. They haven't even been able. The Taliban and some barefoot people from the caves, they couldn't beat them, and they can beat us in the United States. People that are because I don't know if you know this. I mean, I'm not going to talk about it. Arabs, but they have a lot of that is that is excuse me, they're into boys and all that stuff. Yeah. So whatever. The thing is, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I got like trouble. This stuff that we're breeding, it has to be the stuff that we breathe. Man. People have all this cough. Plus, I smoke, but the thing is, the ice went to over there to New Orleans and got cursed, and they were getting sick on the hotels. People leaving voodoo dolls. So yeah, witchcraft is real. And that thing I told you about the little lady, man, it just popped on my mind that time. That little witch, she disappeared. She touched me in my back, and my back hurt for a long time, man. Yeah, like somebody hit me with a bat or something. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. Something is itching. Something is itching my throat now. Yeah, man. What? Yeah, something is itching my throat. The thing is that this has been Nephilim Wars, guys. That is the video. Skeleton Key, the voice craft, and the jumping up bodies of the elites. They showing it to you. They show it to you in the movies. This has been Nephilim Wars, and Boricua is life. My name is Omar, and you have been in Nephilim Wars, Clone Wars. This is a battle for your souls. Praise God always. And I've been praying all morning. I've been praising the Lord. I put a couple of praising videos, so you guys can watch them. And this will be all, guys. This is a battle for your souls. Have a nice day, and God bless.